as we are teaching cultural Marxism and grooming children to be the next pervert, we are damaging our kids in this public school system.
Boom! Is my reaction. When I saw that video, man, I was really fired up. So a conservative, they're calling him an activist, right? A pastor and father in North Carolina is going viral. This video is amazing. You're going to see it in a minute. After torching a woke school board's equity initiative during a meeting earlier this month, and his remarks before the Wake County School Board. I'm going to try to get his name from the video. It's John Amanchukuwu. So he slammed the officials for worrying about a diversity office when achievement numbers for black students in particular in core subjects there were abysmal. Watch this and get ready. Fasten your seatbelt.
Luke chapter 17:2 says that it's better for a person to have a millstone tied around their neck and to be thrown into the sea than for anyone to harm or damage a child. The reality is this: God is going to judge every last one of you for decisions that are made on behalf of children. You know, this past year we spent $1 million on a diversity office. And how did that benefit black children? How did it benefit children in general? Well, 78% of 3rd through 8th grade black students are not proficient in math in Wake County. We're wasting taxpayer dollars putting money towards this diversity office that's not benefiting those who need it the most. 66% of 3rd through 8th grade students are not proficient in reading. Black students, they're not reading on grade level. They're not performing mathematically, and they're not going to be able to get jobs in the fields like STEM. But we're wasting money on a diversity, equity, and inclusion office while we are failing black students in the name of diversity.
There it is, Katie. DEI, or as you sometimes say, die.
I feel like
Amen,
I'm sitting.
Brother. God bless him.
I feel like I'm sitting on the church pew right now.
Yeah.
That's a Sunday sermon. And I like how he started, because that's how he started his entire speech, was putting it back onto those members of the school board by saying, guess what?
This is on you.
This is on you. God knows.
Yep.
So can you honestly, when your day comes, face the Lord and what's that millstone?
Yeah.
What's tied around your neck there?
It would be worse for you, he said, if a millstone were hung around your neck and you were thrown into the sea, then you would cause one of these little ones to sin or to stumble. I actually quoted that same verse. If you watch my Christ and Culture this week, here's a little shameless plug. I'm talking about the mainstreaming of drag and queering America with this demonic drag queen story hour. But we're talking here about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I don't know how many times we've used those words, Katie. I am tired of it. In fact, we in the last, was it yesterday or just earlier, we're talking about this church, the denomination in Presbyterian Church, worried about inclusion. So they're changing some of they're worried about their stats, right? Who's actually coming to their churches? You know what? Once we start worried about words like inclusion and you redefine that word, you're going to go all the way in a different direction than what you actually should be doing. And in this case, educating all students. And you can tell by the show we did last week where test scores are abysmal, aren't they?
Abysmal.
That's right.
So, and he's a father and a pastor, so obviously he's well-spoken.
Yep.
The fact that he is able to very calmly read you the statistics of how bad our students are doing, but hey, he had more to say about how they're grooming our children as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as we talk about inclusion and making sure that the trans student feels comfortable and the queer student feels comfortable, what does that have to do with reading, writing, and arithmetic? As we are teaching cultural Marxism and grooming children to be the next pervert, we are damaging our kids in this public school system, and it needs to stop.